the best in news, info, and entertainment. Nta Ch10 in the super channel, in sports and documentaries. Nta Ch10, even with movies, cartoon and live talk show. Hot bad boys don't go for nothing less. Nta Ch10 station for excellence. Nta Ch10 station for excellence.
Nta Ch10 station for excellence.
On to news tonight, Senate moves to establish national agency to eliminate malaria. As correspondent examines the game of football as a unifying tool for national development, plus latest in the world of entertainment and sports. Good evening and thanks for joining us on NTA Lagos 10 News at 7. I am Musa Toliat. Malaria has been a silent killer in Nigeria and Africa as a whole, affecting mostly children and the vulnerable population. The good thing is that the story may soon change. The Nigerian Senate is canvassing a robust legislative framework to establish a dedicated national agency that will eliminate malaria once and for all. Ignatius Nko reports.
It is another step in the long battle against a disease that has silently claimed millions of lives across Nigeria, malaria. Inside this conference room, the Senate Committee on Health, Secondary and Primary convened a public hearing on the National Agency for Malaria Eradication Establishment Bill, sponsored by Senator Ned Nwoko.
Science-based and community-oriented strategies towards the elimination of this deadly disease.
It is time to move from seasonal campaigns to institutionalized eradication backed by law, science, and accountability.
Make sure that there are constant fumigations until there is no need to fumigate anymore.
Participants agree on a national policy on the elimination of malaria. They, however, differ on the establishment of a new agency as there are already existing bodies saddled with elimination of the disease. The proposed National Agency for the Eradication of Malaria will be tasked with coordinating nationwide efforts through research, prevention, treatment, and advocacy.
Section 91D of this bill be amended so that there shall be an agency, there shall be for the agency an executive secretary who shall be an environmental health officer with a minimum of 20 years post-qualification experience.
The National Malaria Elimination Program under the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare must also be strengthened to fulfill its mandate. This should not involve the creation of a new agency.
The current National Malaria Elimination Program should be granted the status of a department so that it can receive its funding directly.
The committee also commenced investigation on the alleged ripening of fruits with chemical, which followed a motion by Senator Anthony Ani. Experts highlighted the dangers of contaminated foods and their punishments.
To halt this unwholesome practice because it endangers health.
Of course, people use snipers, for beans and other materials, so that we stem down on the misapplication of pesticides as it is.
These practices are linked to severe public health such as cancer, kidney, and liver diseases.
Federal Oil and Gas Hospital Delta State Establishment Bill, sponsored by Senator Joel Thomas also received public acceptance. Ignatius Nkwo, NTA News.
Now, after a fiercely contested election that spanned nearly 20 hours, a new leadership has emerged that will steer the affairs of the radio, television, theater, and art workers union, Ratau. Prince Emeka Kalu, a veteran broadcaster from Anambra Broadcasting Service, clinched the presidency with an impressive 276 votes.
It was a marathon of democracy as delegates from across Nigeria converged on Gombe for Ratau's quadrennial conference. After hours of voting and anticipation, Prince Emeka Kalu, a seasoned broadcaster, was declared the new national president.
Prince Emeka Kalu, who scored 276 votes. Therefore, Prince Emeka Kalu is hereby declared as the president of Ratau.
With over 2 decades of experience, Kalu is expected to champion the welfare of media and cultural workers while navigating the industry's challenges.
So I have seen what problems we are having, the challenges that we're having. So, but most importantly, we are going to prioritize workers' welfare.
With him as the new executives are Babangida Umar Zurmi, Deputy National President, Abdullahi Umar Kinta, National Vice President for the North Central Zone, and Dahiru Aliu Dadi, representing the Northeast Zone, among others. The new Executive Council faces pressing issues ranging from digital disruption to economic pressures, but stakeholders are optimistic.
Let me first of all thank the new president of Ratau, just inaugurated, and the entire CWC. That I want to make sure that I will give them my moral support.
I am honored that the Ratau family, from the outset, is seen as one entity, indivisible, irrespective of your ideas or affiliations or the camp you belong.
For now, the union celebrates a peaceful transition as it braces for a new era. In Gombe, Abbas Mekano, NTA News.
Today is Friday, and Muslim faithful have been reminded of the need to imbibe patience and perseverance as virtues capable of boosting their spiritual lives and making them better Muslims. This was part of the sermon delivered by the Imam at the NTA Lagos Channel 10 Mosque. The report.
The focus of the sermon is in patience as a virtue in Islam. Imam Arike Wuyo told the congregation that Allah enjoins the Muslim faithful to bear with patience when inevitable trials come to them, adding that when they persevere with patience, Allah will raise them in spiritual ranks and their supplications will be accepted. The Juma service also dwells on the need to reflect the lives of former President late Muhammadu Buhari and the late monarch Obasikiru Adetono, the Awujale of the Ijebuland, who were outstanding in public service and upheld their religious obligations till death. The Imam in the sermon urged believers to remain steadfast in the face of trials and emphasize the power of patience and hard work.
The Imam says life is unpredictable. Things can happen at any time, and whatever it happens, just take it that is what Allah has done. Like what happened to you today, it may not be happening tomorrow. If you're having downfall today, tomorrow might be good. So never predict like that, oh, this way you are good today, you are not being arrogant. Never be arrogant.
Discussed about the essence of perseverance, because as Islam, which is the religion from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Islam encourages Muslims to persevere in all endeavors, because Allah has created the earth, and we as human beings, Allah created a lot of challenges. You understand, every day we face challenges and all of that. But in the midst of all of these adversities, Allah wants to test our patience. He wants to test how, if indeed we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Be patient for everything in the life so that you can gain a lot of things.
After the Juma prayer, a fidel prayer was held in honor of the late President Buhari and late Obasikiru Adetono. In Lagos, Aisha Abdulrazak, NTA News.
You're still watching NTA Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. More reports after this time out. Stay with us.
Chief, you are welcome. Oh, these people says, oh, thank God, the light is back. Oh, again.
Why are you still living in the past? Have you not heard of solar?
Chief, forget all these fake products in the market.
Don't get mad. Get Biforce and Zantres American solar battery and panel. It is the original Indian product in the market. Approved by Sun. Biforce and Zantres America. Tubular battery. They have super inverter, Zantres MPPT controller, and street light for church, offices, factories, mosque, hospital, even industries. Visit Easy Blessed Nigeria Limited, head office, Easy Blessed Plaza, F10 and 11, Alaba Arago Junction, Alaba International Market. Ring them on 08036 830 557 08039 644 115. Biforce and Zantres America. Solution to steady life.
Mothers, are you ready? Now your cup of tea. Join Nta Lagos Channel 10 as we celebrate World Breastfeeding Week 2025 from August 1st to 7th of August. A global initiative by WABA to promote and support breastfeeding for a healthier and stronger generation. The CS team prioritize breastfeeding, create sustainable support system, underscoring the vital role of community and institutional support in helping mothers nurture the future. In commemoration of this international movement, we're excited to present the Nta Lagos Baby Show, featuring drama, health talk, games, quiz, and the highlights of the day is a baby show contest. To participate, mothers with babies exclusively breastfed from 0 to 6 months are invited. Pick up a registration form at the programs department. Date, Tuesday, August 5th, time 10 a.m. prompt. Venue, Nta Lagos Channel 10 premises, Tejo Shoyaba, Lagos. For inquiries, please call the following numbers. Breastfeeding, a mother's priceless gift to her baby.
To know that, still stay in tune to Nta Lagos Channel 10 News at 7. And now to foreign news. The European Union approves new Russia sanctions with lower oil price cap. This and more with Tolulokwe Ajayi on foreign news.
The Union has agreed on the 18th package of sanctions against Russia, targeting the country's oil and energy industry over its ongoing war in Ukraine. The sanctions aim to weaken Russia's ability to wage war and pressure Moscow to end its aggression. EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas emphasized that each sanction brings Europe closer to its goal, stating, "We will keep raising the cost, so stopping the aggression becomes the only path forward for Moscow." Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky welcomed the decision, calling it essential and timely. Moving on, the UN Refugee Agency is deeply concerned about the impact of hostilities in Syria's Swida city on its aid operations. Ongoing violence has severely limited the agency's ability to deliver essential supplies, prompting an urgent call for humanitarian access. UNHCR spokesperson William Splinder emphasized the need for humanitarian access, stating, "We are ready to deliver aid as soon as security allows." The agency has stockpiled essential items like blankets and solar lamps for distribution to affected families. The UNHCR urged all parties to allow humanitarian access to reach those in need. And that's it on foreign news. I am Tolulokwe Ajayi, Nta News.
Next on our lineup is entertainment news. Nigerian rising star and singer Kumi releases a remix of his viral song Arike featuring Simi and UK singer Mabel. Let's now join Ayotomiwa Obideyi for more on entertainment news.
Track, which is number 2 on the Spotify Global Viral chart after blowing up on TikTok, gets a fresh emotional layer in this version. Simi brings warmth and strength, Mabel adds smooth London flair, and Kumi's heartfelt vocals tie it all together. The remix deepens the song's message on love and vulnerability, cementing Kumi's place as a rising voice in Nigerian music. Moving on, Nigerian sensational music star Harry Star has revealed she wants to work with international artists like Central C, Dave, Young Thug, Jay-Z, and TikTok rapper Yan. She said the song with Central C will be great and called Young Thug amazing. Jay-Z was a surprise pick, but she said it will make her inner child proud. Ira is set to drop a new single and recently became the first African woman to win a prestigious African Act Award. And that's it on entertainment news. Hi, I'm Hayasonwa Obide, NTA, Lagos.
Time now for some stories making the round in the sporting world. Football has long been more than just a sport. It is a global phenomenon that inspires hope, builds communities, and creates lasting memories. In this report, Victor explores how football continues to shape cultures and unite nations around the world.
From the stadium lights of Europe to dusty pitches on local communities, football remains a powerful symbol of unity, strength, and dedication. In countries like Nigeria, the love for football runs deep. It's a sport that brings people together in celebration, in competition, and in hope for a better future. Some aspiring players from Lagos shares their journey, how kicking a ball on empty streets led to dream of playing professionally. They spoke about the difficulties of limited resources, unfair opportunities, the pressure to succeed, and the unwavering love for the game that keeps them going.
If you should trace back to when we were younger, you see, children like fights. If you and the person you're fighting with are the same team, before you know, you and the person are already vibing, you're forgetting about that stuff. So I think football makes us live a free life.
When I was growing up, I started growing up as a get inside. Like I used to come outside until when I relocated, before I started playing on the streets, and then he helped me. He developed my love for football. It's also seeing other clubs come from different leagues, Serie A, Bundesliga, Premier League, La Liga, all of them together to fight for a cup. And then I love watching Barcelona playing. Yeah, that's my club.
The most important is actually finance. You know, we play football sometimes and we sustain injuries. Sometimes we have to play without boots because we don't have money to purchase this jersey and the like. Sometimes we even sustain injuries and no money to treat ourselves. The team does not support because it's like we are just coming together to play the school team. So finance has been my most difficult issue.
I love World Cup. It's self-explanatory. It's the whole world that's playing it. So much emotion, so much thrill, everything. I love World Cup. World Cup is the best. Okay, while I was growing up, my dad did not allow me to play football. It's okay with me watching it, but playing it because I was getting wounded a lot.
Nigeria icons like Aisha Oshoala, Mercy Akinde, and JJ Okocha have carried the nation's dreams on global stages, inspiring young talents in every corner of the country. It then builds on communities not only to celebrate players and goals, but the value of respect, team spirit, and endless possibilities that the game represents. In Lagos, Victor Ejemuta, NTA News.
Well, on that sporting note, we'll call it a wrap on the English segment of the NTA Lagos 10 News at 7. Many thanks for watching. Stand by now as Oluwaseyi will be bringing you the Yoruba version of the news. Good evening.
èyí ni àṣàyàn ìròyìn tó wọlé tàn yín wá láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ ìkànnì 10. Olúwaṣèyí Adéṣọlá Akínládé lórúkọ mi. Ìròyìn rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin àgbà ilẹ̀ yìí ti gbé àwọn tí yóò gbógun ti àrùn ibà wá sí dìde. Àrùn ibà jẹ́ àrùn tó ń ṣekú pani ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà àti ní ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà lápapọ̀ tó sábà máa ń ṣe àkóbá fún àwọn ọmọdé àti àwọn tó kù díẹ̀ fún láwùjọ. Ignatius Nko jábọ̀ ìròyìn pé ó ṣeé ṣe kí àyípadà bá ìṣòro yìí láìpẹ́ látàrí ìgbésẹ̀ àwọn aṣòfin láti ṣe ìdásílẹ̀ àjọ kan tí yóò fòpin sí àrùn ibà pátápátá. bọ́ọ̀lù gbígbá ti kọjá eré ìdárayá lásán. Kò ṣeé má ṣe káàkiri àgbáyé tó ń jẹ mùtúmùwà lógún ní èyí tí ó sì kún fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àǹfààní ní àwọn ìgbèríko. Nínú ìròyìn atọ́kànwá yìí, Victor ló ṣàlàyé bí bọ́ọ̀lù gbígbá ṣe máa ń tẹ̀síwájú lórí àṣà àti ìṣọ̀kan tí ó mú bá àwùjọ. Àwọn mùsùlùmí òdodo ni wọ́n ti rán létí ìdí pàtàkì tí wọ́n fi gbọ́dọ̀ di ẹ̀mí sùúrù àti ìpamọ́ra gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀nà láti ṣe àlékún ìbáṣepọ̀ wọn pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run àti jẹ́ mùsùlùmí tòótọ́. Èyí ni kókó útúbà tí imam gbé kalẹ̀ níbi ìrun jímọ̀ tí ó wáyé ní mọ́ṣáláṣí ńlá àpapọ̀ ìkànnì 10 tó wà ní Èkó. Kókó útúbà náà ni ṣíṣe sùúrù gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tó ṣe àpèjúwe fún àwọn mùsùlùmí. Imam Aríkéwúyọ̀ sọ fún àwọn jọ̀mọ́ pé Allah fẹ́ kí àwọn mùsùlùmí jẹ́ onísùúrù ní ìgbà gbogbo, yóò sì mú wọn gbógun ti ìṣòro. Ìrun jímọ̀ náà ló tún dá lórí ìgbé ayé ààrẹ àná orílẹ̀-èdè yìí olóògbé Muhammadu Buhari àti olóògbé ọba Síkírù Adétọ̀nà Àwùjalẹ̀ tilẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀bú tí àwọn méjèèjì tayọ nínú iṣẹ́ ìríjú wọn sí ilẹ̀ bàbá wọn tí wọ́n sì tún mú ẹ̀sìn wọn bí ìbádà títí di ọjọ́ ikú. Àkànṣe àdúrà fìdáù wáyé láti bu ọlá fún olóògbé ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari àná àti ọba Síkírù Àwùjalẹ̀. A ò ní rí jù báyìí lọ lórí àṣàyàn ìròyìn tòní. Orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ti gbogbo wa ni, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká gbé lárugẹ. Èmi Olúwaṣèyí Adéṣọlá Akínládé ló ń dágbére fún yín pé ire la ó fi pàdé. Ẹ ṣé tẹ̀ ń tẹ́tí sí wa.